Do you feel the responsibility, though, of being, say, on the Northwest team, that until Newcastle came up, the North team? And I remember going to the rugby at the Reebok a couple of years ago and speaking to fans on the train. There's people, like you said, coming down from Cumbria, coming up from Birmingham, coming across from here, there and everywhere. And the catchment area of this club is huge, and if it can get that success, the people will come, and it's a responsibility kind of for Northern Rugby, really, isn't it, that the club has?
Yeah, and you know, first and foremost, we must take, you know, people aren't going to come and watch a team that loses week in, week out. You've got to have something to come and cheer for. And, you know, as depressing it was for the spectators, it was equally depressing in the changing room. And we managed to get out of that. But we've got a huge catchment area. People like Dan comes from a rugby nation, New Zealand, you know. Sips comes from London. Manchester's similar in the respect of, it's a footballing city. You know, it's divided between red and blue, and we sit in a small enclave, really. So we've a lot of challenges, and unless we're playing a competitive, entertaining, winning brand, more often than not, people are going to have other options. Football, you know, options that the social pound can go in the Trafford Centre, or all these other options that they have on a Friday or a Saturday. So we know we've got to do something different. And again, this was, you know, Swanee's idea to run an evening like this. There's 3 or 4 evenings like this a year. It's let the people who come and support us on a regular basis have their say and see that, you know, most of us are normal.
Dan, thank you. If you want to ask a question at the end, we'll just move on to Dan Braid. Good evening to you, Dan. Was it 10 months now you've been at Sale Sharks? When you turned up in January, you must have thought, again, I'm not trying to dwell on last season, but what a mess. And Steve often talks about the kind of the impact you've had, though, and do you feel that impact you've had on the squad?
Yeah, I turned up on New Year's Day, obviously a couple of months worth of negotiations before I came over, and I was keeping an eye on what was happening, and it wasn't really getting much better over those couple of months. But I turned up at the club, and straight away I could see that there was good team spirit, a bunch of guys, and they got on well together, and I think it's what the coaches did, a real back to basics approach, and boys started having some fun together, and you know, it started to come through on the field, and you know, backs against the wall, the guys fronted, and we turned the season around.
What have you made of the club compared to what you've experienced in New Zealand and the whole sort of English rugby culture?
It's very different than being in Auckland, in New Zealand, where rugby's number one, big time, and you know, everyone supports the rugby. But it is similar to where I did 2 years in Queensland, where it was a minor sport. But there's hardcore supporters, and that's a great thing. The people that do support the rugby, they really love it. They love coming along. You know, these games here, you know, 8,000-9,000 people here make more noise than 20,000, 25,000 back in New Zealand. Really, the chants and that sort of thing, I really enjoy that.
Obviously, given the captaincy of the club this year, a big honour for yourself. Are you enjoying the role and kind of not the extra pressure, but the extra responsibility that comes with it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I've played a long time, so I know I've got good knowledge. So being in a position where I can, you know, drive the team and what we're doing, you know, both on and off the field, you know, that's something that I really enjoy in my rugby, and it's good that I can come in after being here only a short time, but you know, it's been appreciated.
And Steve spoke about the kind of young front row we've got here, and you want to see young forwards coming through. Do you feel a responsibility in yourself as well to help bring those lads through?
Yeah, you know, you got to pass on the knowledge as much as possible. But, you know, it's about getting your team going. I enjoy winning. You know, that's why I play the game, and you know, yeah, help give the young guys confidence. You know, there's such talent here, and you know, it's instilling guys with knowledge, and then making them confident that they can perform on the big stage on the field. And you know, these young guys are really starting to step up now.
Braid, thank you very much. That's over to Danny. I'm not going to mention any front pages either, Danny. You've been in Sale for a couple of years now. How are you finding life in the Northwest and Manchester?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Obviously, I'm a London boy, and it's obviously a bit different. And last year it was a bit different to get accustomed to it. I just come from Melbourne, and I'm not the most organised, so I just chuck myself in a suitcase and come up here. But I kind of I sorted that out, and I've got a place a little bit out of Manchester now. I'm just staying there, I feel very settled. I've got a good mate of mine staying with me from London, and yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot more because, you know, I'm a lot closer to the lads in that area as well, so we get to hang out a little bit more.
Feel an honorary Mancunian yet, or part of the Northwest? Do you feel that close?
Well, you know, I'm trying to get there, trying to still catch up with the lingo and I'm sure it's a different language, but it's all good. No, but I'm really enjoying it. This is a club where, you know, I can see, you know, a definite long-term future with, and I think that's something that people that come here, even back when I was at Wasps, there was always a feeling of people actually trying to get to other clubs, and like at Sale, even through everything, there's not really that feel at all. Everyone actually wants to commit and stay at Sale, and I think that's an important sign because it just shows that the club's got a lot of high values that is respected within the and yeah, and everyone's still putting up with dimes, so it's all good.
Dan spoke about it earlier. He mentioned the kind of how tight the squad is as a unit, and whenever I speak to the squad about yourself as well, they always say how much you buy into that and how close you are. Do you feel that? Is that why you're enjoying your rugby so much at the moment?
Yeah, like I've always tried to be part of a team, and I've always loved it. Like since I was 17, I've been part of a few different sides now. And yeah, I've sort of made a conscious effort that last year I probably, you know, played a couple of right games here and there, but I just wasn't really doing myself justice. And ever since a little night out in Leeds, I kind of changed my sort of training and my methods, and sat down with Dimes and spoke to him, and he was very honest, and he was like, he's happy to hear it, but he just wants to see me sort of go out and do it, and you know, changing the diet, changing the lifestyle, changing things around it, you know, and I do feel like it's benefited me when I play on the field now.
Did that not really affect you that much, or change your whole outlook on it?
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's a life-changing event, but I did get it by a bus, so... it is a bit, but yeah, like since then, I've stopped drinking anyway. I've really changed my diet in terms of, I know it sounds a trivial thing, but it just gives me a lot of discipline away from the field, because every 2-3 hours you're having to eat, and you know, it sounds like a small part, and it sounds like it's an obvious part, but that's something that I've really worked on. I worked on my fitness in the summer, and I worked closely with Granger here and the staff, and I think Mike Forshaw's been a great addition to the squad. I think our defence, you know, I know at the weekend we didn't play our best, but you know, the first half we played against a strong Quins team. They didn't have a sniff of scoring, and you know, I think that's something that we're proud of, and we're going to start really building. We're going to start becoming a team that is very hard to get points against. I think Brian Redpath's really, you know, blossomed in his role again this year. He's really sort of come out of his shell and been a lot more to himself, and I think everyone's sort of enjoying that and respecting that. And yeah, I just think, you know, as a squad that really wants to win and really wants to do well, I think we're really trying to drive and get to the right sort of areas to do that.